Oh, man. Oh, man. I hope everybody come back over here. I called myself cooking. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to learn these buttons. La, 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 la. Anyway, this is part two. Somehow, some way, part one got messed up because I ain't had no sound or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all come back over because yeah, I was cooking. I was cooking. Don't worry, when October come around, I'll be back doing panels and all that right there. I have thing open back up. My Shawty said, man, my head lopsided. Golly. I ain't never heard that one before. I done heard the milk dug before, but I ain't never heard the lopsided before. Appreciate that, Queen. But yeah, like I was saying about Laura Harvey. If y'all was on the first part, like I said, the first part got some technical difficulties. But my good friend called me and she told me what was going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, my friend Queen just called me and told me some things, you know what I'm saying? So shout out me, Queen Son Kid. She always got my back. Hope everything good with you, Queen. Hope, know about your little situation over there and hope everything good with you. But yeah, like I was saying about Lori Harvey, it's like she got the bread, she got the looks and all that right there. She got a little clout because of her stepdaddy, whatever the case may be, who claimed her. Steve Harvey claims her, you know what I'm saying, put his last name on or whatever the case may be. So she got a lot of things going on. And you don't know what type of relationship she want. Oh, what going on? How you doing from India? What going on? How you doing? Yeah, so Laura Harvey, she all that, you know what I'm saying? She a little skinny for my taste, you know what I'm saying? She got at least be 150 to be around me, you know what I'm saying? Minimum 150. So she, I don't know, but to each his own. But like I said, she got dudes that be chasing behind her. She been seen with dudes that got paper, they got status, they got clout, and it don't never last. You call her 3 or 4 if you want to. You can say she play a lot of games, whatever the case may be, but she got potential. She got plenty of potential. She got plenty of potential, and that's why when you see her with somebody, you be so hyped up to see where it go. And then when they break up and it make news, then it's like, well, what happened? And she's the main culprit somehow, some way. You don't know what she did. You don't know what she did. You don't know what was said because you ain't in them. You ain't behind them closed doors. You ain't doing that, doing this. You don't know. All you know is she was with this dude one day, and then next day she ain't with a dude, and she with another guy another day, and so on and so forth. And while a lot of times she's still doing her thing, she's still growing, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, another female that y'all like to talk about that's been talked about recently is Chloe Bailey. The whole situation with her and DDG and what they got going on now, with her and her sister singing or whatever the case may be, y'all was, pumping her up. Plenty of potential. Plenty of potential. You know, the key word is potential. Plenty of potential to be wifey material. Plenty of potential to be wifey material. Get to be Ariel in the Little Mermaid, which eh, eh. One of Disney's best movies. I mean, you could have had a own Black Mermaid movie if you just really want to do a Black Mermaid, you know what I'm saying, instead of color swapping, race swapping, whatever, Ariel for Chloe Bailey, but it came and passed. It didn't do what Disney expected to do, and it is what it is, we carry on. But she had a promise, she an entertainer, singer, actress, get with DDG, an influencer, big name influencer. And they look cute together. They look good together. They were the new it couple. Had a baby. Cool. Whatever, sometimes married before carried, but it is what it is. Both my kids had kids. Both my kids got kids out of wedlock. So I can't even, you know, can't even say that's wrong or right. It is what it is. They still with the people they got babies with, so that's a good thing, but ain't none one of them married yet. My daughter planning on getting married sometime soon, and my son, him and his girlfriend trying to see do they still want to be together. They be on again, off again. That shit be just crazy. But yeah, when Chloe Bailey got with DDG, everything was looking good. And then a lot of drama started popping off, and now Chloe Bailey might be, she might be wearing them jackets where you hug yourself and just staying in them rooms with the mattress on the wall. I don't know. I just go off what I hear on the rumors and the blogs and all that right there. I don't dive deep into Chloe Bailey. I don't dive deep into DDG. It's media, social media darlings, and don't care too much. I listen, but again, I don't just really care. Even though that's in my realm, it's in my wheelhouse of content because I do talk about relationships and shit like that. So I probably do need to dive off into a little bit more of these goings on with these relationships and all that. But at the same time, it's like, man, I see this shit every day in real life. This shit don't really do nothing for me when I see it every day in real life. It's just that they got celebrity status. But again, this was another woman, growth potential, a growth stock woman that actually flamed out. Now, you can say it's on her, you can say it's on the dude she with. But again, just like with Lori Harvey, is it the dude she with or is it her? Mind you, both these women have potential to be blue chips. And in some people's eyes, they are blue chip women. The best of the best in some people's eyes. But to a real investor, which I called men investors, to a real investor, you see speculation. You see something that might be there, but it's not really there. And due to a lot of hype, a lot of lights, a lot of smoke and mirrors and all that right there, you literally will be told that these chicks are better than what they really are. Because everybody else wants them to be better than what they really are. Case in point, like I said, Angel Reese. Me and my brother that stay in Cali, and I love him to death. Me and him had a real heated argument Sunday night. And we was heated. And I had to apologize for some of the things I said to him because I was being immature about some of the things that were being said. I had to apologize to him because I took it to another level I had to take it to. And the reason I took it to that other level because I told him how I felt about Angel Reese, and I told him how I felt about Shador Sanders, which is the same thing I feel about women like Chloe Bailey and Lori Harvey. Is that Y'all pump them up. Y'all, the men, the women, the media, social media, everybody pump up certain people to the point where they can't fail. They perfect. This is what you need in your life. This is what you need on your team, whatever the case may be. And me being where I'm at in life is like, I see the flaws. I see the flaws. I see bad fundamentals. I see bad behavior. And I called it out. And me and him were going back and forth about it. And I was like, he played the role of Shador Sanders' agent. I played the role of the Cleveland Browns. He kept asking me, well, why y'all a shitty organization and why y'all don't do nothing right? Why y'all? I'm like, bruh, you can say what you want to say and not being total agreements. Why your quarterback can't throw the ball away? Why should I give him first team reps when he ain't got the mentality I need to play quarterback? I don't care about them records he picked up in Colorado, and some of them was inflated because if you know, like I know, you'll give somebody records just to pad their stats to be goats. Like 100 something records in Colorado, it's like only a few of them really matter to me. Break the ones that matter. You add 100 records, like okay, cool. Majority of them don't matter to me because I see a lot of flaws in his game to where, I can't start him. I can't give him what you're asking for because of mentality and bad behavior. Same thing with Angel Reese. I can't give Angel Reese thinks she the best thing since marijuana, since sliced bread. She thinks she's the shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. To somebody that value you, to somebody that needs you, but I see the flaws. Are you good at what you do? Yeah, if I need you to be a defender, a rebounder, I value that. I'll put you on my team just off of that. But when you think you the star and you suck at shooting, you suck at scoring, you suck at ball handling, you suck at passing, you good at rebounding, you good on defense. That's what you good at. When you thinking you this great two-way player like Kawhi Leonard, and I'm sitting there like, no, you're not that. I don't know who told you you were. I'm wrong. I'm wrong for calling out your flaws. I'm not wrong. Just saying what you should do. I'm not wrong. I just call out your flaws. Change your mentality, change your behavior, then maybe I will give you some reps. Or like I told my brother, earn them. Earn them. So the same thing I said about Shador, the same thing I said about Angel Reese. If you that cold, why we suck? You supposed to be the face of the franchise. You supposed to be this top-notch player. And when you don't get your way, you bail. You don't get your way, you don't want to show up to games. Your back hurting. You got suspended for half a game the other day and end up missing the whole game because of a back injury. Back injury. And you want me to give you the keys to the franchise when you got bad behavior and flawed. So the same thing I say about Shador and Angel Reese and Chloe Bailey and Lori Harvey, any woman, any man, I don't believe the hype. I don't believe the hype because the fundamentals are flawed. The fundamentals are flawed. Now, I watched Jordan when I was growing up. I couldn't catch him in North Carolina, whatever the case may be, but I saw him and I was never a Jordan fan. I knew he was cold, but I was a Pistons fan. I like Bill Laimbeer and Dennis Rodman and Isaiah Thomas. I didn't care too much for Michael Jordan. Even though I knew Michael Jordan could fly through there and dunk on it, I saw all that. Yeah, cool. His shoes, I got a closet full of J's. But I was never a Jordan fan. Never was. Now I call Kobe coming straight out of high school. I call LeBron coming straight out of high school. And I saw the potential and I said they got something behind them. I saw the fundamentals. All they had to do was keep going and going and going and work on their flaws, work on their flaws, work on their flaws to where Kobe top 10, in some cases top 5, all-time great. LeBron James, love him or hate him, top 5, top 10, all time. Love Kobe, love LeBron, love him or hate him, but you can't tell me no that folks didn't work. Now they might have some character issues, you know what I'm saying? LeBron, he a prima donna, he a diva and shit like that. It ain't never his fault when they lose, but when they win, he want all the credit. Okay, bro, I feel you. I feel you, and that's why he only got 4 rings and 10 opportunities. Because you stacking the deck so you can win. And when we don't win, it ain't never your fault, but you the co-conspirator. Not the co-conspirator. You the number one conspirator behind the reason this team is assembled. You want all your money and then tell me in the front office to make something happen, or we gonna put your feet to the fire, but I want all my money. Like, how am I supposed to make a miracle out of nothing when you taking up the majority of my money? Now I gotta go get some has-beens and never was to put around you and try to win the championship. And then when we get put out, it's my fault. But you literally sabotaging things. Even Kobe, God rest the dead. You win 3 straight championships with Shaq, and then say, I can't play with Shaq no more. Because you want to be the star. And they gave you your wish. They moved him to Miami. And it was all on you. And guess what? You didn't do nothing till Paul Gasol got there. And how long that took? Because you had to be the man. You had to get out of Shaq's shadow. You told the Lakers organization to get rid of Shaq. And they did. They gave you what you wanted because you was the young cat flying through the air, copying Michael Jordan. They gave you what you wanted, and you ain't win another championship till Paul Gasol got there. And that took you a minute. You even in the time between that last ring with Shaq and that first ring with Paul Gasol, you actually wanted to get traded to the Clippers. You actually were going to play for the crosstown, well, not crosstown, in-house rivals. Because you didn't like the direction of the organization that you told to move in that direction. So again, I give them all the props in the world. They had the potential to be great, and they were great. LeBron is great. Kobe is an all-time great, but they got flaws that they worked on. Now they got character flaws. They ain't got no flaws on the floor. They got character flaws, which everybody has. But I still will invest in them. Because when it came down to winning championship, when it came down to winning games, they going to win the game. They say what they want to say, but they going to win the games. But yeah, we got flaws. All of us got flaws. But again, this is for the men that's trying to find the right one. And for women to upgrade themselves to being the one to get chosen. I'm not gonna tell you that if because you weigh a couple of pounds, you wrong. I'm not gonna tell you that you a baby mama, you wrong. I'm not gonna tell you because you got educational money, you wrong. I'm not gonna do it. Can't do it. I go off behavior. I go off behavior. I go how you act under pressure. I go off how you act when the chips are down and your back against the wall and you ain't got that many options. I want to see what you do then. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care about who hyping you up. I gotta see it for myself. And that was something else me and my brother got into it about because while I was critiquing Shador and talking about Lil Dog, he did like my other brother did. You'll use the fact that I was an AAU coach as my limitations to where I don't know what's going on in college. And I had to sit there and look at my phone. I'm like, bruh, regardless of how far I went as a coach, I understand the game. I understand the politics behind who going where. I understand the politics. I understand the backdoor deals and the upfront smiles. I understood all that. I understand playing with the media and playing with the parents and all that, telling them what they want to hear and saying something else behind closed doors. I tell you, I did a lot, bruh. I mastered the 4-day laws of power. I studied manipulation. I studied psychology. I studied sales. And I tell y'all over and over again, I say all this shit go in one big pot, no matter where you at. So when he sitting up here trying to insult my level of coaching, I'm like, bro, it's still the same. No, I ain't on TV walking no sidelines coaching nobody. No, I was a middle school, high school AAU coach. But I understand the politics. I understand the bullshit behind all the hooping. The hard, I understood the politics behind the shoes. I understand all that. Like it don't take like if you really study that shit, I like, man, all that shit the same. It still don't solidify what you're trying to get me to give you. When I'm sitting up here telling you why I won't give you that. And you can try to throw all the good shit in my motherfucker face what this nigga do. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. And what I see is what I see. Now, when a motherfucker correct their bad behavior, okay, cool. Now I can't tell you no. Same thing as how I did with my kids. Same thing I did with my wife. It's like if I see bad behavior, what I'm supposed to reward it? I'm supposed to reward bad behavior because you want something. Now I'm supposed to take care of you. Yeah, I'm supposed to give you your needs, your necessities. I'm supposed to put a roof over your head and food in your belly and clothes on your back. I'm supposed to do that as your parent. I'm supposed to provide and protect and problem solve as your man. I'm supposed to do all that. That's in my DNA. I ain't gotta go above and beyond that if you acting stupid. I ain't gotta spoil you. I ain't gotta do no extra for you if you ain't doing shit right. I don't have to. If you don't like it, you can kick rocks. You can kick rocks. My wife, grandmama, and granddaddy told me she was spoiled. I said, I don't play sport. I don't do sport. I'm not finna bless you just because you want this, that, and the third. Nah, you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. And my wife do whatever she want now because she know I don't play that shit. I'm not just blessing you for the sake because you a woman. Because you got big titties. I'm not blessing you because of that. I'm blessing because you do what I ask you to do. And it ain't no dictatorship. It ain't my foot on your neck. No, I don't care less. I heard folks talking about girls like, man, I tell my wife, go out. Go have fun. Go kick it with your folks and shit like that. Get out the house. You know, when we were younger, she wouldn't even budge. Because she was like, I got to take care of the kids. Cool. Take care of the kids. I ain't telling you. I got them. They my kids too. Go have some fun with your partners. Go have some fun with your coworkers. I got them. Daddy got them. But she wanted to be at the house. And now that they grown, now she want to go, all right, cool. As long as I got something to eat at the house. As long as I got me a good blunt to smoke, my joystick working, I got something to eat, man, go have fun. I ain't finna hold you hostage. Go have fun. I ain't finna blow up your goddamn phone trying to see who you with and all that type of shit, man. Like, hey, you gonna do what you wanna do anyway. You can pick up the phone and have a whole full conversation with me while playing with a nigga dick. Wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. And they be having the little skits. If you ever, watch little adult scenes and all that right there, or some on X or whatever the case may be, y'all see that shit. She on the phone talking to her dude while she got another nigga dick in the mouth and shit like that. Yeah, it could happen. It happened. I've been in that situation. I was in somebody's house while she was on the phone with her dude. It could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. Anything possible. But my wife is a growth stock, and she had plenty of potential when we got with her and we grew together. We strayed. The one time that I know she didn't come home, I was like, all right. I tried to call her. She wouldn't pick up the phone. She talked to my kids. I'm like, all right, bet. I went to sleep. I went to sleep. And to this day, if we get to arguing, I was like, man, look, you left the house one time and didn't even pick up my phone call. I don't know what you were doing, and I don't question you either. Don't has it crossed my mind? Yeah, it crossed my mind. But I'm like, I ain't got no proof. I'm not finna put on tie to no lie detector test and try to get no proof. That was wow. That was and it 9, 8, 5, more than 5 years ago. All right, bro, cool, whatever. Have it your way. I ain't gonna argue. Even my kids, how I raise my kids, I man, look, man, I'm not finna reward bad behavior. I send you to school to make good grades and have good conduct. You do that, we can talk about things y'all want in life. We can talk about the video games and the phones and the shoes and going here and there. We can talk about that and sure shit stink both of them. If they felt like they were gonna bring home a C, they was in panic mode. Cause they might have wanted something. And they felt like if I bring home less than a C, I ain't gonna get it. Now I ain't that hard on them as about C's that they mommy is. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, you bring home C, you bring home C. I can understand some class you just ain't that good at. Some subjects you just ain't that good at. I got you. They mom, terrible. She on the ass. But again, they did everything I need them to do in school. They wasn't bad kids. I ain't have to go down to the police station, get them out of jail. I ain't have to, do none of that. None of that. And I rewarded them because they was good kids. Both of them. I don't put shit past none one of them. Then don't think they just some proper sedity bougie niggas. They with the shit. They with the shit. My daughter's nickname I gave her is Baby Ratchet. My daughter named Baby Ratchet. My son named Little Dog for a reason. So they with the shit. They just take care of their motherfucking business. But I don't reward bad behavior. Like a lot of this shit, y'all reward people with bad behavior all motherfucking day. Your sons, your daughters, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, y'all reward these motherfuckers with bad behavior all day, every day. And then you want to know why you can't get no act right out of them. They have no reason to act right. They have no reason to act right. None whatsoever. Because you want to make sure they got everything that you never had. You want to make sure you give your girl everything in the world and she treats you like shit. You can't tell her shit, but you calling to buying her shit. You calling to taking her shopping, and you can't get her to cook you a decent meal, but you calling to buying her new shit. Just like I done told y'all before, y'all go after the females that everybody tell y'all to go after that can't cook, but they look good in booty shorts, titty big. And then you get with them, and then you make your decision because you're gambling. Because you'll sit there and say, "Oh, I don't know if I really want to be in a relationship with her unless the pussy good." And then if the pussy ain't good, you create more of the problem because she didn't satisfy your sexual desires and your sexual urges and shit like that, and the pussy wasn't good. You create a woman that back in the streets. And if another nigga happened to run up on Shawty and say he like her, you call her a hoe. Why she a hoe? Cause I did that in the third tour, and you had post no clarity. And now the next nigga that want to holler at her, you gonna tell him not to holler at her because she nasty, she freaky, and you set niggas up for failure. Cause now he can't even talk to a chick because of whatever little thoughts y'all done put in these niggas' heads and shit like that. That's cool. That's cool. So again, you got the Chloe Baileys and the Lori Harveys of the world, the sweeties of the world. Oh, she looks so good with Quavo until you find out Chris Brown was fucking on her. Y'all heard the rap Chris Brown did talking to Quavo. Yeah, he smashed your chick while you were with her. And you was sitting there buying her cars and shit like that. Y'all, they got some potential, but they fucked up. Now it's one female that y'all won't even think about that was in the same line as a Lori Harvey, as a Saweetie, as a Chloe Bailey. Zendaya. Zendaya. And Zendaya, she was young in Hollywood, lights all in her face and shit like that. And you know how attention is, you know how Hollywood is when they get hold of young talents. They might turn them out. She had potential to be one on one. She had potential to be a blue chip. But again, you don't know how things turn out when you get the wrong persons in your ear. When you get the wrong people in your corners and all that right there. You don't know how things turn out. She ain't know with Tom Holland. Spider-Man. You're here today in no trouble. Acting career still blossoming. Relationship good. You don't hear no problems out of Zendaya. You don't hear none. At least none of my recollection. To my knowledge, her and Tom Holland finna get married is in a bit. So again, she was in the same line as Lori Harvey and as Chloe Bailey. She has plenty of potential to be one of them ones. But somehow, some way, she fell off. She got fucked over and all that right there. And now she just float from dude to dude to dude. But Zendaya, nah, she got hold of. She didn't let Hollywood fuck her over. She didn't get distracted. She didn't fall off the mission. She found her a good dude and she finna get married. That is when a speculation turns into actually growth. A speculative, make sure I say the word right, speculative growth stock actually turns to a real growth stock. Because see, a lot of these females, like I said, they have big dreams, big ambitions, big goals, and have bad discipline. Always talking about they finna do this and do that, big plans, and then when push come to shove, they won't get out of bed to go do it. Can go online and look up everybody else bullshit, celebrity rumors and dating tips and all that type of shit right there, but they can't find the information they need to get the job they say they want. Can't find recipes. You can find all the little clothes that show your fucking ass and all that type of shit, but you can't find no good work clothes in corporate America. Big dreams, little substance, no profit, delusional. Huh. Want the whole world to kiss their ass for what? What have you done for me to kiss your ass? I just said this. What have you done for me to kiss your ass besides look cute? What have you done? You ain't did nothing for me to kiss your ass. You ain't put nothing on the table for me to kiss your ass. And I ain't asking you to bring everything to the table, but outside of your looks, what else you got to make you this valuable? What else you got? What else? What substance do you bring behind your looks? You have none. You have none. I done said that in so many different occasions. Like I done had females tell me they gonna do this to me and do that to me, and I'm like, then what? Now what? After you get through using your body for whatever reason, trying to get whatever resource you want out of me, what else you got? What else you got? At one point in time, yeah, you could have hit me with that right there when I was in high school. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, when I was at that time, was like, yeah, I'm deep into that. I'm real nasty. And then I got older, I'm like, yeah, what else you got? And this is at the same time I'm still with the shit. What else you got? What else you got? This whole thing that run through your head is because you light skinned with pretty face and big ass and big titties, and you think I'm supposed to go crazy over you because of all that. It's like you're stupid. You're delusional. You with shit. You ain't got. That's all you got. But I forget is that it's taboo for me to ask you to bring anything else to the table outside of your looks. But any smart investor will ask for more than just flash. I will ask for more than just the body. I remember the first time I bought my first car, it was an 83 Cadillac. Clean inside, clean on the outside. That junk was blue, gray rag top, gray interior. Clean. Clean. I walked down to the car lot from my apartments and I saw the junk on the car lot and I asked them how much they wanted for. Them folks told me $800. And I'm young and dumb. You know what I was, 19, 20. I ain't know too much about cars. I knew how to change a tire. I knew how to pump gas. You know, some of these niggas in their 30s still don't know how to change a tire, but you know, teach his own. And I ain't know. I ain't had no nigga to tell me nothing about no car buying. I went out there on my own, bumped my head, learning some shit. And it was clean. I liked it. They sold something for $800. And I drove that motherfucker home. Within the month, that motherfucker broke down. And I got one of my partner daddies, one of the few partners of mine that had their daddy in the house. He came and looked at that junk and he told me, he said, man, that junk shot. He said, hey, they sold you a lemon. That car was good enough to get up the street. I had to put a whole lot of work into that car. Whole lot of work into that car. All because it looked cute. It was a Cadillac. And my stepdad, he stay had big body Lincolns and Lacks and Chevys and shit like that. So that's why I like big body cars. That's why I had big body Chevys. That's why I had the Lack. That's why I had what I had, a Charger. No, it wasn't no Charger, my bad. Impala. I thought Impala. My bad. Big red Impala. I like big cars. I like big cars because that's what I came up in. That's what all I saw my stepdad. With my mom, I always had a little small car. When Hyundai first hit, she had Hyundais and Neons and shit like that. My stepdad had the Chevys and the Lax. I like the Chevys and the Lax. And I was in love with the Cadillac, and it was a lemon. That was a lesson learned. So the same way I learned that lesson then, the same way I learned my lesson about women. Like, hey, you pretty, but what else you got? You ain't got shit. Yeah, you pretty, but what else you got? That's all. That's not enough. That's not enough. And again, I'm not telling no woman that they have to be Oprah Winfrey. You ain't gotta do all that. But you gotta be more than just a pretty face. You gotta be more than just hype. You gotta be more than just somebody hitting that heart button, hitting that thumb button, and because you got on your gym outfit. You gotta be more than that. You actually gotta have something behind you. Actually gotta have some substance. You got all the potential in the world, but if you ain't got shit, it ain't nothing I can tell you to make you have shit. I don't give how much of a coach I think I am, of a good teacher. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. If you ain't got it in you, I can't make you have it. If you don't want to be better at what you're doing, it ain't nothing any man can tell any woman if she don't want to be better. If she don't want to be better, there ain't nothing you can tell her to be better. But in the same breath, if you don't want to be better, if you don't want to be better, then you get the results you get. You get what you deserve. If I can't tell you to be better, I can't tell you to be better. It's your choice. You want to be how you want to be? Fine, cool. I ain't gonna argue with you. But then when you can't get what you want with your bad behavior, who you gonna blame? Society? You wanna blame the men? You wanna call them broke and dusty? You wanna say they can't afford your lifestyle, a lifestyle that you created that you can't afford yourself? You wanna still be wilding in your 30s and 40s when you need to be somewhere settled down somewhere? Instead of trying to go on girl trips all the time and shit like that. You still chasing the lifestyle, you still chasing the attention. And you feel some type of way if a nigga tell you you ain't got nothing but that. What else you got? What else you got? I'm just saying. When growth stocks go wrong, they go wrong because you see the potential and it's something about them that they never gonna fulfill their potential. That's the main reason a potential growth stock never grows. That, and if you a fuck boy trying to get with this chick that trying to do something, you fuck up her life. That's one part of it. That's the part y'all like to, broadcast and put the spotlight on, like, oh, a nigga come in their life and fuck them up. I give you that one. I ain't gonna say you're wrong either. But the other part is when you as the woman don't want to act right and expect for a good dude to come in your life and bless you. Expect for you to get certain promotions at your job because you what? Just there. You want to get paid what these hardworking men get paid because of what? Because you just want that check. But you don't want that responsibility. You don't want when you know when shit go right, just like with LeBron and everybody else, man or woman, when shit go right, you ain't got no problem beating on your chest and say I did that. But when shit go wrong, and it's gonna go wrong, no matter how good shit be moving, just like I said about the stock market, nigga, the stock market crash every day. The stock market go up and down every day, and when shit go wrong, now you got to point fingers at everybody but yourself. It ain't never your fault when shit go wrong, but it's you take all the credit when shit go right, and it ain't never your fault when shit go wrong. It's all these other factors. It's other people. They don't like me because I look better than them. They don't like me because of my skin color. They don't like me because of how I. No, maybe you just a shitty person. You ever thought about that? Maybe so many people pumped you up to thought you could do no wrong instead of telling you, hey, you fucked up. Maybe so many people done told you over and over again, time in and time in, even ever since you was a little girl, you perfect. You perfect. There's nothing wrong with you. You perfect. Oh, you did something wrong at school. Oh, well, we'll get over it. It ain't your fault. It ain't your fault. It ain't your fault for none of the things you did since birth. When you was able to walk and talk, and when folks started dealing with you when because you had bad behavior, but still gave you $1, even though you wouldn't go to the candy later for and buy no candy. When you sat there and put gum in your hair or cut your ponytails or whatever because your mama or daddy made you mad and they still took you out for ice cream. Yeah, yeah. That's y'all. Not all y'all, but the ones that I'm talking to. I'm not talking to all y'all. Just the ones that it affect. All y'all don't fall in that category. All y'all ain't spoiled, rotten girls. No, a lot of y'all are great women. Great women. It's just that when I see potential in you and you don't want to reach your potential for whatever reason and expect me to drag you along so you can reach your potential, expect me to put in more work for you to grow than you doing for yourself, that's a problem. That's a problem. When you expect me to do more for you to grow than you doing for yourself, that's a problem. When you expect for me to go all out my way for you when you treat everybody around you, including me, like shit, that's a problem. And that's a problem you need to fix. There's nothing a man can do to help you fix that problem. You gotta fix that on your own. Or get the results you get for being a spoiled, rotten little girl. And you get niggas that treat you like shit and you say you deserve better. But you got what you attract. All day, every day, twice on Sundays. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming through. I hate that the first string got a little jacked up or whatever the case may be, but you know, things happen. Anything man made, it lined the fuck up, include me and you. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate y'all coming through for the part two. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't like this junk, like this junk. If you haven't shared it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. 1,300 is the goal. We in September. I want this to be at 1,300 by January 1st, 2026. If we don't get to that goal by January 1st, 2026, guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna try again in 2026. Also, October 1st. October 1st. If you got a Kindle, the book, The Women Index, will be on Amazon.com October 1st. Men and women go pick this joint up. I ain't put a price on it yet, but trust and believe it's gonna be affordable to where everybody can get it. And they were like, oh, big dog trying to bust everybody head. Nope. I don't believe in buzzing heads. Unless I don't like you. Then I'm gonna tax the shit out of you. But anyway, I'm holler at y'all good people later. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. See y'all later.